Bad news. NBA future Hall of Famer Klay Thompson has been caught cheating on international superstar and Houstonian Megan Thee Stallion. Rumors are the pair is broken up, but don't worry, Klay. I'm sure you can win her back by missing the NBA draft and buying a shitty blue sweater at one of those overpriced airport gift shops. Welcome to the Moonstamp Cast. I'm Jordan. This is my husband cheated on me at an adults only resort in Sonoma, and all I got is this shitty blue sweater to my interlocking. Brian, how are you?
Well done. That just hats off to you. I'm okay. I'm all right.
You're better
as a Houston sports fan. But
well, I was gonna say you're better than Mike Vrabel's probably love life and Dianna Rossini, both of them. True.
I gotta say something.
Okay.
So TMZ actually put out a report that his wife was seen out and about shopping with her ring visibly on, and wearing, I think, a Patriots hoodie. So, listen, I'm not. There's one person that might walk away unscathed outside of never escaping jokes for the rest of their life. And then there's someone that has nuked everything that she's worked for the past 10 years.
I was going to say, well, if she's wearing a Patriots hoodie, she might not be able with Mike Vrabel. Have we checked on Jordan lately? Is she okay? Is she and Bill still together? Because there's one person I know who loves Patriots hoodies. But I have some takes on this, which we can get to at some point. Some of them are fun and light, and some of them are like,
we're here. Let's do it.
Okay, so like Mike Vrabel's obviously a piece of shit for this. Like, let's just get this out of the way. Obviously, piece of shit for this. Not a good guy. I mean, like, did we expect an NFL superstar with people swarming him for his entire career to be faithful? Probably not. Is it the base expectation? Of course. Is it like we all have eyes and ears and history, common sense? With that said, and I just want to get out of the way right now, he is a shitty piece of shitty person, bad husband, bad father. Like, no matter how good of a father he is, he has, his kids will learn about this one day and, look at their father differently. All that said, I think Dianna Rossini is a psychopath, because if you go, there's like those interviews where she asks about his wife, like, repeatedly, and like we'll talk about his wife. And you're like, oh, like in the context, it's like, oh, she's just interested in his personal life. His wife's important to him. Or without context. With context, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, she might be. I'm not going to make this a clip. And I'm sorry for my mother and people who are listening. She definitely asked him, like, is this like, does this feel better than your wife? And he probably said yes.
I have a worse thing that I thought about when you were talking about this.
Okay.
Do you ever think she leans into being Italian a little bit? Because she does. In a lot of interviews, especially with PMT, she talks about, Italians and makes jokes about Italians and stuff, being Italian. Do you think ever that she's either texted or told Vrabel, I want you to cream fill my cannoli?
Hey, it's in my hole. Get in my hole. I mean, she's like, well, and then she
goes
goes
Sicilian, but still.
I mean, it's all the same to us. I mean, you were born there technically, but like, it's all the same to us. We're not Italian. I mean, like, my family kind of is, but look at me and the way I talk.
I didn't know you had Italian blood in you.
Yes, famously very Italian blood.
Smith?
Well, no, it was my.
You.
Oh no, my name. You have to spell it right first.
I guess it's also connected to all our socials. It would be so easy to figure out who we are.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out who I am. That's why, like, all my personal socials are lost down, and my Moonstamp socials are out there. But with all that said, like, she asks about his personal life all the time, and like,
it's not a good look.
It's not a good look because, like, maybe we're reading too much into these things. Maybe we're reading too much into this. But you look and then you're like, oh, given the context of everything we know and like the long relationship they have, which is, I mean, at least 6 years.
It's been for a long time. She was getting Titan scoops so fast, so early, so quick. No, yeah, okay, you bring up a good point. 6 years is when they got caught.
Yeah. And like the person Well, the person who caught them probably was like, "Oh, this is a throwaway picture." Like, "Oh yeah, Donnie Rossini and Mike Vrabel." Like, it's not coming out. I don't really give a shit because like, who cares about those two right now in my mind? 6 years ago. Now, obviously, it means something. But like, I just like as much as Mike Vrabel's obviously a piece of shit for what he's done, and like doing that to your family, horrible. She does seem like a psychopath with some of their lines of questionings about his family and his personal life.
Listen, I'm about to say some things that might get me in trouble.
Okay.
She's pretty hot. And allegedly, psychos are great in bed.
Allegedly. You're saying that allegedly.
I've never been with anyone besides my wife.
Tell your wife that. And this is a good podcast. Yes. I'm actually wearing my girlfriend's ring. I just wear it around for fun. It means nothing. It also does not fit any of my fingers. So.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, I can maybe get on my pinky, kind of like, and this is the farthest I'm willing to let it go.
Because like, then you might have to solder it off.
Yeah. That's like, I'm not going to push it. I'm going to have to go get the oil, the spray, and just be like, ugh. I don't want to, what is it? Deglove is what it's degloving is what it's called technically.
What?
Whenever the like skin gets pulled off.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. I watched The Pit. I know about this.
Why is this hand so white and this one so tan?
Well, what's the like? Can you turn to the other?
No. Yeah. Golf hand.
Oh, okay.
Golf glove. That makes sense.
Okay.
I
good.
mean, you could see even if I turn it this way, you can still see a little bit of a difference.
You look also
especially at the wrist.
You look like you're hitting like an anime move real quickly, like a.
Dude. I felt like an anime character earlier today. Not to get off topic immediately. Had me doing 1 arm, 2 second down, 1 second pause, dumbbell bench press.
Oh, it makes you feel great.
The pump feels great afterwards. It sucks during. I hated doing it. The 1 second rest really sucks, but exploding up. Oh man.
Well, if you're doing like 5, it's like whatever. If you're doing like 10, which you probably are doing,
it was sets of 8. It was 5
sets
of 8.
Heavy. Yeah. Oh, 5 sets of 8.
It was 75, 80s, 85s, 90s, and then 90s for the last.
I get so mad I can't use heavy dumbbells. It annoys me because I have to like. I want to look around the gym. Like I make a show of it sometimes. Like, oh, this arm just can't do it. So no one thinks I'm weak. Like, yeah, I'm using 55. I'm using like 55. That's only because I need it even. And also, this arm's going to give out at some point. I don't know when.
Dude, right arm, it's just like this.
Yeah.
The left arm is like.
Well, it's my elbow. My elbow doesn't allow me.
Oh, you have a fucking elbow. Yeah.
Yeah, like my elbow just doesn't allow me to do it. It'll just be like, that Family Guy. It's like, I turned out good luck, everyone. It's like that with my elbow. It's like, I stopped now. Good luck. And so I'll just be like sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I got this.
Do you wear the guards?
No.
Hey, listen, I know a lot of people that I think are like hardos when they wear like the wrist stuff. Unless you're going heavy. Then it's like, I don't want my wrist to just go.
Yeah.
So I think you have justification to wear an elbow. And I think if you're wearing just one elbow sleeve, people would go, okay, he's not doing that hardo mode. Yeah. He's like, he needs it probably.
Yeah, I probably should look into that at some point in my life.
You should make it life easier.
I don't know. For some reason, whenever I see someone using, maybe this is like the old school, this is my most boomer take. When I see people like using stuff in the gym, like even straps, which by the way, straps are like a basic requirement if you're lifting heavy deadlifts and your forearms just aren't there. I'm just like, I'm not doing it the right way, son. That's not the right way to do it.
Like I said, if you're going crazy with weights, I ain't got shit to say to you. Yeah. You can do anything more than me. You're doing better than me. I can't shock shit.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will never give anyone shit for is weight belts for squat.
Oh yeah. Weight belts like is a different thing. Like if you're lifting heavy enough on squat and like dumbbell, now I think you have to be doing 3 plates at least for squat. Now again, that's my boomer take. Maybe depends on what you are.
It is so dependent on body size.
It's been yes. Like if you're, I don't know. I don't know. Forget I said that. My boomer take is if you're doing like the bar, you shouldn't be wearing.
No.
But like, I get it. As someone who owned a belt once and then accidentally bought the wrong size and sent it back and FedEx lost it. Which, by the way, FedEx is the worst. Like the worst shipping company in all of America's FedEx, and I hope they know that.
Worse than UPS and USPS?
Oh, well, USPS, they just like, we have a war going on sometimes. So I get mail from the people who used to live here. And I don't, whatever. But like FedEx, every time I've ever needed anything from them, in like somewhat of a timely manner, and by timely manner, I'm like, hey, it's shipped. I need it like within a week or week and a half. It shows up late every time, and like I just hate them. And they're not. They're like their customer service is also some of the worst I've ever received. They've hung up on me on multiple occasions where I'm just like, hey, where the fuck's my package? It's supposed to get here yesterday, and now you're just saying it's not delivered. I'm sorry, I hate FedEx with a passion.
I was gonna say I think one of the smartest things that Amazon ever did was like, okay, we're not going through other people. We're gonna have our own delivery service now because it fucking works.
Yeah. Amazon, I've only ever had like one like late package, and I was like, whatever.
Dude, they gave me a $25 credit because my package arrived at 7 p.m. instead of 7 a.m. I was like, yeah. This is 35 drip drop for after I go to the gym.
Yeah.
I have 20 left. You don't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. With that said, all that said, Rossini and Vrabel. I have one more take on this before we move, because we don't want to sit on this too long. I don't care about Dianna Rossini's journalistic integrity, like at all. Not in the fact that I don't care about hers, but I just don't care about sports journalistic integrity, like at all.
Do what you do to get the scoop. I don't give a fuck.
Well, and also like you're not. I don't know how to say this nicely. And again, this is with a sports podcast like 10 people listen to, 10 plus. They're getting plus these days. Yeah. You're not like a real journalist. Like you are in the sense that you are doing journalism, but like compared to maybe someone at ABC News or like the AP, Associated Press, or like something like that. It's like, well, yeah, those guys are like doing scoops and they're actually investigating. They're talking to people in power who make decisions over our lives. Like if the Patriots have a bad season, I don't give a shit. If the Texans have a bad season, I'll be like, oh, that sucks. But at the same time, like my water bill's the same. If the Texans have a bad season, I'm like, whatever. But no one can declare war on Iran and the Texans organization. It's just not possible. And so I just, if you're like reporting,
I'd go to war for Iran for Miss Hannah. Is that her name? I think that's her name.
Miss, who? I feel like I'm missing. Is that the wife? Whatever her name is.
Oh God, what's her last name?
I want to say McLean, but it's not McLean because that's Drayton. McNair, Hannah McNair.
Yeah, I'd go to war for Hannah.
Okay. No, like I agree. They seem like
purely platonically because she's a great businesswoman.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I was going to say they seem like wonderful owners who actually understand the needs of their players. With that said, the McNairs have no power declaring war on Iran. They can send troops nowhere. And so whenever everyone's like, she's ruined her journalistic integrity, I'm like, dude, she could come back tomorrow. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like she can report on the
There's
Raiders.
nothing stopping her from tweeting about sports tomorrow.
Well, it's also
besides the self-preservation.
Yeah. Well, if she like tweets like, hey, the Raiders are going to do this. I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit. Like nothing has been lost on me. That's like, I think she said she was the one who said she made up halftime reports last year or maybe 2 years ago. When she's like, oh yeah, I talked to the coach and she didn't talk to the coach. It's on our website. I wrote a blog about that. I don't care. You're not like, it doesn't change anything. Like a journalist sleeping with Robert F. Kennedy. That's a problem. Her sleeping with Vrabel, and then she goes, he's a big boy and they're scared of him. Not a problem. Like it just doesn't change nothing has changed in my life.
Also, sure, you can question everything from the Patriots and the Titans when he was at the Titans. Everything of that, yeah, sure, maybe a little suspect. What about the other, 30 teams that she has reported and been correct on dozens of times?
Yeah.
Does not excuse anything she's done. She was cheating. By the way, if the kid
naming
it Michael is crazy.
Here's my thing. Everyone in the story probably has had like a word, like the spouses, Vrabel and Rossini, kids, most kids. They've had a horrible time out of this. The only one who I think maybe comes out of this like with a little bit of like, hey, this is kind of a plus for me, is Michael, whatever, not Rossini, whatever his name may be, last name may be, because now if that is his dad, you should probably know
linebacker genes.
Well, linebacker genes also should know who your parents are for like medical reasons. So like he's not like going after. By the way, Rossini's husband, I've looked at him, not to guys. I don't understand why she hates on him so much. He looks like a less athletic Mike Vrabel, basically.
Oh,
So
right. I did see that. That like he like low key looks like a Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, it's like why are you going national?
No, he's a handsome man, but
Yeah.
I think what she's going for is when she said he's average. The way I see that is that you could walk by this man. I've walked by this man on the street hundreds of times, and I haven't sat there and been like, "Whoa, that's a hot dude."
Yeah, it's a hot dude.
Trust me, if there's a hot dude, I'm like, I will never be that.
Good for you. Good for you, brother. No, but like I think she also means he's
fucking chin maxing or whatever the fuck.
And you start breaking your jaw.
My chin jiggled when I started doing that, and I have to go back to the gym twice.
Sometimes I punch my jaw. I'm just like, yeah, I could take a punch. I couldn't. But sometimes I like to think that I could. But the whole Rossini, and I know we've talked about this for way too long at this point, but the only person coming out maybe scot-free is the kid who now knows who his parent is. With that said, I mean, again, that's another part of the psychopath thing. If that kid is actually Mike Vrabel's, naming him Michael
is insane.
Insane. Like, she just like, I don't know. She comes across as, and again, I want to point out so no one thinks I'm like a sexist piece of shit. He's a piece of shit too. She just seems like a psychopath with some of the things she's been doing for years and years and years, including like interviewing, talking about his wife, talking about his kids, and then naming it Mike or the kid Michael. Who may, I mean, I don't need to see what percentile the kids
I hope it's a coincidence in that that he and that the husband name was like, I really like the name Michael. I'm sure she was sitting there like this with the baby being like,
yeah. Well, like, in an Italian family, I imagine if you're naming it after like one of the archangels, it's okay.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. But I don't know if he's Italian. I don't know. I don't know much about him, and I don't need to know much about him.
I want to throw a disclaimer in there. I said I would pass him hundreds of times on the street and would not have noticed him. He is more handsome than me, and it is undeniable, and I'm okay with that because I'm already married and I won't cheat on her. So, well, I guess he didn't cheat on her. You know what? This is just not a good look.
It's okay. It's okay. I was looking up her husband real quickly. With that said, also cheating.
Solid looking dude.
I mean, yeah, like maybe my average. She meant like he's not Mike Vrabel in terms of. He's not as successful as him. I think he's like a marketing executive. He's a Shake Shack executive. That seems like a good job to have. I like the.
He might have more money than Vrabel.
I don't think so because Vrabel's played and coach. I don't think he's like a. I think he's a marketing executive. So I don't think he's like an executive. He's not like the guys bringing in like a couple $1 million a year plus stock options. Yeah, no,
only a couple $1 million a year. Oh, no wonder.
Listen, comparatively, it's like whenever we talk about people like, oh yeah, Ray Shepard's short. It's like, well, yeah, comparatively to like other basketball players, like, yeah, only a couple $100 million is not as much as like.
If you lined up all 7 billion people in the world and made me play golf against them, I'm sure I'm better than 95% of them.
Oh, no.
However, compared to all golfers, I'm bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, CEO Shake Shack Rob Lynch makes $13.1 million a year.
13.1?
Yeah.
Oh, the CEO.
Yeah, CEO. That's exactly.
Okay.
I wonder. Shake Shack's, and again, we've gone off the rails. Shake Shack is a public company. I'm pretty sure if he's an executive, I can find his salary in like the 10K. I'm not because I'm not a psychopath, but you could, or you find something around that.
Comment below.
Comment below. How much do you think Diana Rossini's husband makes a year? Or if he wants to tell us how much he makes a year, that'd be cool too. Okay. With all that said. Crazy stuff. This is how we know we're deep in the off season, even though the draft just happened. And the draft.
But the problem with us doing this show is that we record on Wednesdays and post it on Thursdays, so the draft news has already passed. Anything that you would hear, you've already heard.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing: I never know how to feel about the draft. Like, yes, everyone gets some dogs. No one. Like, remember when I think the Seahawks got an F grade one year, and they had like
for Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, and in the class, and they're like F. I think now people only give C's because they're like, well, we fucked up pretty badly.
We got a C-.
Really? I mean, listen, if your reasoning is, well, if your reasoning is that, if your reasoning is Kalen Rutledge is not following Donald Trump, and we now do not know how he feels about the Epstein files, maybe I'll give you that. I should Katie McDonald seems like a great human being. I don't know if our defense needs anything else, and I'm glad to see we got something else.
That's the one thing we needed was a run stopper, and that is what he is.
Yeah. I will say our 4th round pick, Woody Woodaz. I don't really know anything about him. he looks good. He looks good on paper, and the name rocks, right? Like Woodaz has to be a top name to be in a locker room. Like there's a guy in Houston running for city council whose last name is it's Hellyar, which is Hellyar. And Hellyar, every time I see a sign from him, like Hellyar, I don't know what he believes in. He could be a psychopath. He could be a Diana Rossini's level psychopath right there. I don't really care. I like to say the name Hellyar. I've started saying Hellyar every day of my life. But yeah, like, you know, you look at the draft and you go like, oh, it's a good draft. Like, you know, who knows what actually is going to come of it. Should the Texans maybe have gotten another high guy on the offensive line? Because we didn't, you know, I think we picked 1, 2. Yeah, we picked 2, maybe. But like, we're kind of revamping it anyways. I'm happy with I'm happy with the Caden McDonald pick. Like, I have no problems with that. I know I make fun of the Rutledge pick, but that's more just because I think it's a funny thing that we can all agree upon.
So, a little off topic, but a little on topic. I don't know if you saw it today, but we signed Aziz Al-Shayer for 3 more years.
Good.
3 more year extension. So now we only have 2 people on our defense that are not signed through this and next year.
For Al-Shayer, and this is off topic as well, I'm hoping, you know how Luis Suarez had in his contract, he can't bite people. No more biting. I hope Al-Shayer gets the other part where it's like more punching. You can punch a couple more people. Like, it's okay. Because
no sliding quarterbacks. No. But, you know, if you're in a pile,
you know, if you throw an elbow, it's a helmet. You're going to hurt yourself more anyway. I mean, let's give that to you. Like, it seems like he does better with that, and that's something he needs. Just say, hey, buddy, like, don't injure. That's maybe that's like punch, but not injure. Like, you can punch a fella and just be like, whatever. Don't like Andre Johnson. Don't Myles Garrett this. Don't like go with a helmet, but you can go hard. So I'm hoping maybe put some of this contracts like, hey, you get 1 punches. It's like how I think every NBA player deserves to fight 1 fantasy season. Al-Shayer gets one player a season.
Yeah, no, I mean, God, I need football to get here. Uh-oh, I lost you.
I muted myself. Cool. I can talk about my NBA playoff take, which is kind of basic. And
I mean, I'm off. I've got 2 things about the Rockets, and I've got 2 things about the Astros.
Okay.
So if we want to transition over to the NBA, let's do it.
Yeah. And then I have something to talk about. I have a couple of three notes or so to talk about. One of the NBA playoffs. One is Dodgers fans. Okay.
Oh my God, the fucking narrative. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. Here, my NBA playoff take is this. Before we get to the Rockets, why in the first round are we still playing the first round of games? Like,
should be 5-game series.
It should be like, I thought, I'm gonna be honest, and I know I have a sports podcast, and maybe this is on me. I thought it was. Like, I saw the Rockets, like I saw them lose game 3. I was like, whatever, you know, whatever. Saw the game, said whatever, and then I was like, they started talking about game 4. I was like, wait a second. Oh, this is a 7-game series. It makes 0, and like the last one they played was Friday, and today is Wednesday. Now,
they played Sunday.
Did they play Sunday too? Okay. Am I crazy?
So.
I thought they played Friday last. Or no, they did play Sunday, didn't they? Because they lost on. With that said, though, it's just too spaced out. Sorry, that was on me. Because I remember them playing Friday.
It is ridiculous that
it's way too spaced out. And like,
it's way too spaced out. And I know these are high octane games. You've got people playing for 48 minutes at a time, but like, if you're worried about that, shorten the series. And for the first round. I don't care if you extend it on the later. I understand that later on it's way more important that you want these teams playing at their best. Mm-hmm. The finals, I totally understand that it takes a week and a half. I really do. Mm-hmm. The first round doesn't need to take a week and a half plus.
I don't think the finals takes a week and a half. The finals takes like 2.5 weeks.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, the schedule of the finals is insane if you think about it for like 2 seconds. June 3rd. So it technically starts on June 3rd. Now, again, I don't know. We don't know who's going to be in it.
I'm not going to be here for the NBA finals. Okay. That's so funny.
Brian, starts June 3rd. Do you want to know when it ends? Well, like if game 7 happens?
June 17th.
June 19th.
Okay, 2 days after my birthday. So from June, by the way, you're going to have 2 solo podcasts. I'll be in Greece from June.
Okay.
A solo, you can interview someone. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
From June 2nd through June 13th.
So you're gone for a long time, Brian. And here's the thing: you're gone for a long time.
And if it plays 7, they still have a week to go.
You still are going to be gone for less time than the NBA Finals takes place.
If it goes for all 7.
Well, it goes for all 7. Now, who knows? It could not go for all 7. But, like, yeah, like, what was it? 16 days? I understand it's 7 games. And, like, but the problem is, it would be okay if it was like, hey, we're doing, like, first round, conference finals, and then finals. I'd get that. That's like, okay, we kind of, you have a short, 5 games, 7-7. Whatever. Brian, we started in March, I think, maybe we started in April, early April. I can't even remember at this point. The play-in games started, and which are like, they're like the first 4. They're effectively still the playoffs. As much as we're like, well, it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in game. It's the playoffs. If play-in starts, and let's just say April 1st is our line of demarcation here, because I cannot remember the day that the play-in game started. That's over 2.5 months long of playoffs. And at some point, it's like, well, what point do we just say this is still the regular season?
It was April. It was April. April 14th.
Oh, okay, so I'm so off. But
I mean, it's no. It's been 2 weeks, and if the Rockets win tonight, there's still a possibility of 2 more games in the first round. So yeah, let's not kid ourselves. It's been over 2 weeks already.
Yeah.
We should be through the play-ins. We should be also. I'm kind of out on the play-ins.
Yeah, I don't get again. They were. I remember that was the Athletic.
But you should never bitch about more sports, but
it's not about more sports. It's about you're just throwing games at us to throw games at us. Like I will take bowl games. I will take more bowl games. Bowl games rock. Like the AccuWeather. Final for the Super Califragilistic Bowl in Wyoming. I'll take that still. Like, that's awesome. That rocks. But if I'm watching the Warriors who have a losing record and they're in the wink wink playoffs, it's like, well, it gets to a point where it's more sports, but what's the point? I know Adam Silver doesn't believe in having points in sports. He just wants ad revenue. But, at some point, I'm just like, what are we doing here? Well, let's make these games if they are the playoffs. Let's make them feel like they mean something. Because the playing games start April 14th. That means theoretically, we're going 2 months of playoffs. How many playoffs is 2 playoffs? And
2 months of playoffs is insane.
2 months of playoffs is too much playoffs. And now maybe you could argue that NFL does about 2 months of playoffs, but they play 1 game a week. In December,
month and a half.
I'm rounding up in my mind.
And that's with a week straight up where nothing's done.
I'm rounding up in my mind to give people who are going to comment that the benefit of the doubt. And I was going to say the same thing, which is but you get a week off and also it's 1 game a week and also it's actually not really 2 months. At the same time, and the Super Bowl, it's 1 game. So we're not waiting, 2 weeks from the inception of the finals to the end of the finals. You will have gone to, for a day, you will be traveling to Greece on day 1 of the NBA finals, and you will stay there for about 2 weeks and get back before the end of the finals if it goes to game 7. You should be I say this.
If it goes to game 6.
If it comes to game, I say this love. You should miss the entire NBA playoffs. Just giving your
I agree.
Yeah, you should be missing the entire NBA playoffs.
I thought I was, and then I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, dog. It gets to a point where you're what am I doing?
It also does suck that because NBA is for me, it's the least entertaining of the 4. Yeah. I love the NBA. Yeah. The NBA finals, which I'm going to be missing most of. I love to watch. I think playoff basketball is super fun when it's not my team. But
my team is good.
It is the weakest of them.
Yeah. Well, the problem with the NBA again is the regular season. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter because it does matter for the final standings, but the players and the teams and the commissioner and everyone involved in the sport in any meaningful capacity has basically said we don't care about the regular season. We'll care about some games, but overall, it's I'm also here so I don't get fined. And the first round, there have been good games. The Cleveland Raptors games have been good. I would not say the Rockets and Lakers have in any meaningful capacity.
I got stuff on that.
But like, I don't know. I also need to pay attention better to the NHL playoffs, but there's,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. First round, get me out of the first round, and then it's so much easier to lock in because there's just so many games and so many teams.
Yeah.
It's just it's a little hard to keep track.
Yeah. So that's my thing on the NBA playoffs. It's just too long. Like, it's not about too many. Like, if they made it so that it was 4-2-1 in terms of like, or actually 8-4-2 in terms of teams playing, that'd make it so much better. Actually, kind of what it is.
No, still. You have to do.
If they just like
you have to do 16.
Well, no, because that's too many teams. That's half the teams.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
it's more than half the teams with the playoff.
Yeah, playing. The play-ins.
It's 20 teams. It's 2/3 of the league make the play-ins or playoffs.
Yeah. That's what I'm
16
saying.
16 is half, and you make the first round 5 games. That way you get through the first round real quick, and then after that, then it's fine.
Yeah, I'm making sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's like round 1. We have the conference semifinals, which is just call it the quarterfinals. Just call it we call it round 2. Like, I made the conference semifinals. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's a real win for us this year, boys. We made the conference semifinals. It's like, okay, whatever. You made round 2 of the playoffs. And then you have the conference finals. I'm like, that, like, I don't know. It doesn't matter until you have 8 teams left in my mind. Even then, like, sometimes it's not going to matter. So, I don't know. The Spurs are going to win it. Who cares? Actually,
Spurs, OKC is going to be Magic.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Well, not the Magic, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm just looking at who else. I don't know. I don't know. Orlando, not the Knicks. I'm just looking at the Knicks. I don't know. Orlando Celtics. Yeah.
No, I would not say Orlando. Orlando won't make it far. They're beating the shit out of the Pistons, but
they're Cleveland Raptors. I don't know. This shows you how much I care about this. I don't know. I like their song Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Okay, right. Speaking of the playoffs, we should probably talk about the Rockets and how they're still alive.
I have 2 things on them.
That's more.
One is I have a big old egg on my face about the KD excitement.
Okay.
If he's actually quitting on this team, if he's injured, what do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Like, there's not. But if he's just like, no, I've got this injury, I don't want to play anymore. Fuck this team. It's another team he's given up on. However, this is where I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. He dragged us to these playoffs. It's obvious he cared. He was just waiting for everyone to take a step forward, and then no one really did. Sagun has just plateaued, man. He's been the same player. He has not been getting better. He started off the season hot, but after that, he just fucking plateaued. And we do have to, my second note is that we do have to remind ourselves that this is not what we were hoping for. We were hoping to have Steven Adams, who matters so much on a defensive and rebounding perspective. We were expecting to have Steven Adams. And we don't have a true point guard right now. We don't have Fred Van Vliet. When next year, if KD is still here and everyone can stay healthy, I'm going to be just as excited as I was for this year. But missing those 2 key pieces, your starting point guard and your tallest player / best rebounder, you're going to struggle.
I mean, Steven Adams is supposed to be like the defensive, I don't want to say centerpiece, but the defensive talisman on the team. So the fact that he's not is just, I don't know. It feels like, yes, this was supposed to be I think we all went into the season going, this is going to be a good team that maybe
we're coming off being the second seed. Yeah.
Well,
seed.
I think we all had an expectation into last season that this is a team that's going to the conference finals. Maybe not the NBA finals, but the conference finals at the least.
I think I said anything if they don't get to the second round is a bust. And guess what?
It's a bust. Now, yes, this team is missing a true point guard. Steven Adams is in there, who we kind of relied on as the defensive talisman. Shankun is never going to be the player we thought he was. Amon Thompson is just not going to be the player we thought he was.
I'm not giving up on Amon Thompson.
I'm not saying we give up on him. This is not a give up. This is just looking directly right now at the screen in front of me. As
what
of not right now,
it's not.
Yeah.
Amon Thompson feels like he took a small step back. And Steven Adams not being there, obviously, I meant to say Sengun has just plateaued.
When did Amin Thompson get drafted? Because I'm going to make a comparison. I feel like
this is his third year.
Okay. Comparison doesn't really work as well. I was going to say there's another guy in Houston who also took a step back when we thought he was going to be the hope of the future of the organization. And I'm talking about, of course, CJ Stroud. But I don't know if it really, I don't know if it's not a good one-to-one.
So to bring it back to the draft real quick, I love what he did because he filled all the, okay, we can stop the run now. We signed and drafted offensive guards and interior linemen, and we've revamped this offensive line. And we got you David Montgomery, who's a true bull of a running back.
Mm-hmm.
I put him with Woody Marks and I forgot who our third stringer is. Ugudabwe?
I can't.
Never gonna be able to pronounce it.
I pronounced it more, but I haven't done it in a while. But I totally forgot.
I think
Agunbowale. There we go.
Yeah. And they drafted a tight end. They're getting Braden Jordan back. The receivers should all step forward. We should be becoming basically the same receiving core. And we're getting Tank Dell back.
Yeah.
Hey, what essentially they did was, CJ, you don't have any more excuses anymore for talent around you. We have filled every hole.
I'm looking at something. I want to
on paper.
Yeah. Well, I want to check something. Okay. We got what Lewis Bond was the 5'10" guy we got from somewhere, Boston College. I have it pulled up. We have a speedy core, not a core receiver, like just a speedy receiver room. Now, does this worry me that this is going to turn a Dolphins 2.0 where you have a speedy receiver room and a quarterback who can't throw? A little bit. As someone who really loved the idea of the Dolphins, not really the Dolphins, but the idea of the Dolphins, big fan. At the same time, I fully agree with you. Like now we're looking at hey, CJ, your run game is there. Your offensive line is there. Like after years of just kind of saying, have fun. Try not to die. Now we have guys who are like, oh no, he's not going to die. You have a speedy receiver room who's willing to get open for you. We have guys like Tank Dell and Nico Collins. They seem like, I don't want to say they seem like guys, but like they seem like they're good locker room guys. And they revamped the defense. And not revamped, but they got the defense.
They
more guys. They reloaded. Yes, not revamped. If CJ Stroud comes in this year and we're looking at like last year, it's time. I don't think the discussion even needs to be had. It's like, all right, CJ, thanks for the fun. Thanks for not being Deshaun Watson. It is time to go. Because this is his last shot. This is CJ Stroud's.
I mean, we technically have his 5th year option. So my legitimate fear is that he's going to show just enough to be like, no, we have to pick up his 5th year. And then he's going to do nothing with his 5th year. And then he's going to ask for an outrageous amount of money. And they're going to be like, we don't have any options. So we have to sign him because the quarterback market's through the roof. And we don't want to draft him. And we don't want to score him and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So we're just being a quarterback away from a Super Bowl is so cool.
Yeah, that's my problem. I'm looking at the 2027 QB draft. Oh no. I just looked up the 2027 QB draft class just to see who could be coming out. Arch Manning was the first one. I was like, fuck, never mind.
CJ Carr may not be till 2028.
No, I don't think he's till 2028. But I mean, yeah, we are one, like, if you look at the Patriots game from this past year, I know we get back to sports that are relevant right now. Like, look back to the Patriots game. It's like, dude, it should have been way bigger of a gap, but that defense kept the Texans in, and like all CJ Stroud had to do was like play an okay game, like not even a good game. We just needed an okay game, and he couldn't give us that. I think he should have had 7 or 8 interceptions, and so if you're Casario and you're smart, and he is very smart, this is not like questioning him. Do you start going like, all right, who's out there right now? Like who's the guy? If let's say by week 7 you're like, it's not getting better. It's just not getting better. And yes, my worries
also Mills.
I mean, Mills Mafia forever, baby. He is undefeated. Is he undefeated last season? I don't think he was 3-0. I don't know if
3-1. I thought
was it 3-1. Okay, almost undefeated. Davis Mills. You start looking around the corner and saying like, well, who's coming up in the draft class? Who can I go get? Maybe what would I have to give up to get some guys? And so I mean, if you look at I'm not suggesting this for. This is you and I talking. If you look at the wide receiver room, you're like, I can maybe shed a guy or two here, and go get that quarterback we need. Huh? So this is just, again, this is fellas talking.
Hypothetical.
This is fellas talking. So, okay. That's all on my NBA playoffs. And then I don't know if you had any more Rockets notes.
No, I just have 2 real quick Astros notes.
Okay.
One, Yordan Alvarez is not nearly appreciated nationally as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about people that know, follow baseball.
Mm-hmm.
People that follow baseball know who he is, and they know how great he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, you could ask the average American, who's Shohei Ohtani? And they probably know who it is. I don't think that number is very high for Yordan Alvarez.
No. And I will say, I'm not going to blame him. I'm going to say the fault is that he's on the Astros as well.
Yeah, and people call him cheater when he wasn't even on the fucking...
Yeah, he was on the team. I think more Americans know Altuve than
oh yeah,
that's probably the Astro they know. His problem was if he was on the Dodgers, he'd be giving so much more love. Which, I mean, to be fair,
God.
He was
on the Dodgers.
He was in a way.
Josh Fielder, right?
What'd you say?
Josh Fielder's who we traded.
I think so. I'll have to look back. Again, this is the best trade of all time. Thank you, Astros front office. That's no longer there. The dark arts did do some great things for us, and I in a way, we did nothing wrong. The same way I said Rossini, I don't care if she lied and cheated. It doesn't affect her reporting. Same with the dark arts. I don't really care if they were cheating. Wink, wink. It's primitive technology. With that said, yeah, it's kind of the fault of the team he's on that he gets stuck in the kind of, he will always be a cheater even if he did nothing wrong.
They see this and they instantly think it's like the Patriots, oh, you're a Patriot, you were part of Spygate, and Drake May's like, I was 6.
Drake May was like, I was actually in middle school. The only cheating I was doing was on my spelling test. Yeah. And hopefully, I don't believe Drake May would cheat on a spelling test.
Hell, or his wife.
I saw she shaved his head recently for, I think it was for some sort of charity event. As much,
May, to be honest,
I am somewhat jealous of, as a Texans fan.
Imagine Drake May as a Texan.
Well, imagine any quarterback as a Texan who, I know CJ Stroud gives back. But imagine, I don't know.
Hey, Rams, you guys took Ty Simpson. Sounds like Matthew Stafford needs a new home.
Well, here's my thing. If Matthew Stafford comes here, would he be nice to the Astros? And my answer is, his best friend, we all know, is Clayton Kershaw. And Clayton Kershaw, famously, not a fan.
Clayton Kershaw's also a douchebag, so whatever.
Yeah, he also is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. So that's
we're not going to talk about that part, Jordan. We're talking personality, not professionalism.
Well, he doesn't do it in the big moments, so
fair enough. Speaking of one of the greatest arms of all time, I think every single person in the Astros organization, from the scouts all the way up to the GM, Aaron Getty, a big old apology. They snubbed him off the opening roster, and they're like, "Oh, all our starting pitchers have gotten hurt. Oh, would you like to come pitch for us?" And he's been nothing but amazing. My biggest regret in Moonstamp Sports is you and I, getting too shy of the spotlight when he commented on a video we had about him, and neither one of us replied to him. And I was just like, what if we interviewed him? We could have got him for an interview.
We should have interviewed him. I will say,
offered.
We weren't doing interviews back then. We were shy and weird. We still are shy and weird.
It was the year. This was our first year of podcasting.
We didn't know we barely know what we're doing now.
Hey, by the way, we got top 5 in the Houston ESPN radio podcast
with
thing
7 episodes out.
6 episodes.
Yeah.
Insane, by the way.
Still can't believe that happened to us. What a life we live. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know why they left him off in the first place, other than they felt like it. It felt like a weird. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers about this. She's an older woman, and she was like, "I just feel so badly for him." Because he should have been on the opening day roster, right?
Also, low-key hot.
What do you say?
Also, he's low-key hot.
I mean, I don't know if it's low-key, Brian. We talk about not turning for Dianna Rossini's husband. Maybe we turn for him. Even though Dianna Rossini's husband again is a relatively good-looking fellow. But yeah,
that was a hot couple.
Yeah,
I'm just going out and saying,
where's the tape? Where's their tape? We the people demand it as an apology. But also for the pitching staff, like you say, congratulate, apologies to Aaron Getty. Do we like as a like a collective city go like no one go to everyone boycott Methodist? Everyone boycott Methodist, please, from now on.
I've been saying, Jordan. I've been saying.
Like, at what point do we say, hey, like something's in the water is wrong there? There's not whatever is going on there is the wrong thing because everyone and their mother gets hurt on this organization all the time.
No, it's not actually Methodist's fault. It's the training staff.
Yeah, it's the training
strength
staff.
And conditioning.
100%
strength and conditioning.
Which someone get Coach Alan Bishop on the phone. That's a UH basketball guy who I love. All right, I don't know if you have anything else. I actually have a weird story for you, Brian, as well.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this past weekend went to the opera downtown. And I've never been. It's not about the opera, but I went with my grandmother, who was nice enough to. Yes.
Okay, never mind. This is not the same thing as the bidding story.
No, this is another thing. Actually, I can't even go to that thing till August. It's a weird. I know it's very weird how
this happened so long ago.
I know it happened in May of last year. But I went to the opera, and my grandmother was nice enough to offer to pay for a valet somewhere. I go, cool, okay. I don't valet usually. I usually will just street park or park myself because I'm cheap and I will just always be cheap. It was like $28. I'm like, that's insane for 2 hours or 3 hours. I'm just not going to do that. Whatever, valet, come back. The show is fine. Come back. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because I have a shitty Altima I drive and I just, I'm waiting for that car to die. I'm not getting a new car till that car dies. I am juicing this car for all it's worth. And it's a relatively good car. Nissan did a good job with that. They obviously didn't park it by the hotel. It was a nicer hotel. They didn't park. They had like my grandmother's like Mercedes in front. They're not putting my shitty Altima in front. It's like has a sunspot. And so I come back. Everything gets paid. The guy goes, "Oh, here are your keys." And I go, "Not my keys. Not my keys, dog. Not my car." And he goes, Oh, are you sure? I'm like, pretty sure not my car. Like, they're nicer keys. I know what my car keys look like. He goes, oh, okay. Well, let me help these people. Helps like this big line of people. We've been there for about 10 minutes at this point. I'm like, I wonder where my car is. And so, about 5 minutes later, 2 cars pull up and the guy goes, here's your car. And I go, not my car. That's not my car. He goes, oh, are you sure? I'm going, not my car.
I would know if it was my car,
not
dude.
Not my car. I'm very sure what my car is. He goes, oh, let me go find it for you. I go, that's not a good sign. That's not a great sign. It's downtown Houston. Don't love the idea that you have to find my car. After about 25 minutes, my car shows up. Now, the biggest problem with this part of the story is that I was actually very low on gas when the car I pulled up. I had like 44 miles left. When they gave me my car back, I had 24 miles of gas left. I go, hey, how'd my car lose 20 miles of gas in the last however long? Where did my car go? So my only assumption is that my car went on like a Lord of the Rings type journey to Mordor. For some unknown reason where they lost my car.
On the back of an eagle on the way home.
Yeah. I don't know where my car went in downtown Houston. I don't know why. And again, it's not like I have a cool car. Like, it's not like if there's 20 miles of gas gone from like a Maserati, be like, listen, shitty, but I get it.
He had fun. He was like, I don't get to drive one.
Probably did a burnout or two. Like, he had fun. I have a shitty Altima from 2016. It's been 10 years. Again, this thing is meant to die soon. It will drive until it dies. And so I don't know what happened to my car. I just thought it was an interesting time where I waited about half an hour for a car that they kept telling me was mine. And it was never mine. So don't use that valet. I won't call them out because they seem like for rich people and I'm not one. But yeah, fun times.
I'd be pissed.
I was pissed at the moment. I was like, I just want to go home. I'm tired.
That's what I'd be more pissed about. I don't care where you parked it. And like, yeah, it sucks I lost, 20 miles for gas and I have to go find a gas station, but it's the 35 minutes of waiting that pissed me off.
Well, it was also after, and again, I didn't know how long operas were. It started at 2 and ended at like 5:07 with a like 15-minute intermission.
What day?
Sunday at 2.
Okay, at least you're not running right into rush hour.
Yeah. So it was not a bad drive home. I had to go guess anyway.
Still sucks.
It's still the concept of where did my car go? So I've tried to talk to him and doesn't answer.
It's a movie, Hey Dude, Where's My Car?
I've never seen that. I don't know what that is.
I haven't either, but I just know it's a movie title, I think.
Okay. Hey dude, where's my car? That sounds like
a... Hey dude, where's my car? It's just called Dude, Where's My Car? Dude. You're not going to believe who the star is.
You want to give me a hint? Because I literally could not guess.
Saves the children, but then also wrote letters for a rapist.
Well, my first thought was Liam Neeson because of Schindler's List, but Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
His big Save This Children initiative, and then also writing Matterson,
Danny Masterson. Yeah.
Masterson, a letter like, "Hey, he's not that bad of a guy," and then both rape allegations came out, and they like still came to his defense or some shit because they got blackballed for a little bit.
Because fucking Hollywood is the worst place in the world. Okay. I don't know if you have any last thoughts, Brian, on you think you have, okay. Actually, I have one more note because we'll put this as a clip. We have spoken kind of pretty frequently, not frequently, every month or every 2 months or so, about how Utah just really outdoes itself with cultural capital in the real world. Like, you think like LA, you'll see what I'm talking about there. Like LA has a lot of cultural capital, and it makes sense because it's LA. NYC has a lot of cultural capital because it's NYC. Like even Dallas is a fair amount about cultural capital because it's Dallas, you have the TV show, all that stuff. I saw McDonald's is now serving dirty sodas, which are very much a Utah thing. And I just go, we gotta talk about how much like
fuck is a dirty soda.
It's like a fucking soda with some cream in it. It's what they can drink over there.
Drink a float like a man.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe ice cream is caffeine in it. I think they can drink caffeine now, actually. But like, yeah, I think about it. I'm like, listen, they have the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which like, I don't think any of them are Mormon. I think they just said Mormon because they're from Utah, which feels like false advertising.
Yeah, I'm correct. Based.
I feels like a bit of false advertising, in my opinion, just because you're in Utah. It's like Secret Lives of, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a Houston thing. But
Cowboy wives.
Secret Lives of NASA employees.
You live in Houston, yeah.
Yeah, Secret Lives of Bayou Men. It's like, well, I don't even fish.
I live in Clear Lake.
Well, I mean, I grew up in Clear Lake. So yeah, it's just the cultural capital of Utah is insane, and we need to have a discussion about how much the output versus what they actually are. Like, not someone's gonna like a grid person, like a person who's like loves grids. It's gonna be like, well, of course I go there. Who's going to Salt Lake City for fun? Like, I understand like Utah has wonderful mountains and like beautiful like national parks, but no one goes like, I need to go to Salt Lake City for fun. It's like, well, no, you don't. You want to go to like
I had a stressful week.
Yeah.
You want to go to Vegas? No. Salt Lake City.
I want to go to a swig in Salt Lake City. I want to go to a crumble cookie in Salt Lake City. I want to go to one of the new pie thing they have. So it's something that's been bothering me since I saw it. I'm like, we gotta beat them a little bit. It's like whenever the Mormons first got around, they just kept going to places. It's the same difference. So, that's all my thoughts on everything this week. Next week we'll probably have more, but I don't know if you have anything else for this week. If not, we can.
Nope. I just got to briefly talk to you about schedules after we're done, but no, we're good.
Okay. Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Auric Polaris, AURICPOLARIS, especially at twitch.tv and YouTube at Auric Polaris, twitch.tv/Auric Polaris. Doing some more Pico Park and then some more Super Battle Golf on Friday. Might do some Balatro tomorrow. Undecided yet. Jordan, where can the people find you?
Find me at Jordan's Thoughts on Twitter and across all platforms on Moonship Sports, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. There we go. I'm writing something on this Rossini and Vrabel just because it's fun. And I get a lot of my thoughts here, but why not have some more? Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you listening. Please like, share, subscribe, rate, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're listening to. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, our goodbye this week is actually a choose your own adventure. It's Rockets implosion and we lost and we are out of the playoffs. Boo. Or Rockets explosion and we exploded for a bunch of points and somehow pulled this out of our ass. Much more likely that we're going to go up like the Challenger.
Challenger explode. Never mind. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I realized I said explosion over here and implosion over here. Oh, I should have said
Ocean Gate.
What's the Apollo 1? They had an implosion which caused the fire, and that killed all the astronauts that couldn't get out.
I thought it was there's a spark, a wire that sparked, and there was too much. It's just too much high oxygen content in the cabin. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Hey, you lived in Houston for most of my life, and I don't have my space explosion facts all correct. This was not supposed to go this way. Hopefully the rockets are still around next week when we talk. I fucking doubt it. Bye.